Hello, thanks for joining me again. I was going to go over an oil change real quick on the 2012 Suzuki VStrom 650. I've started this process just a few minutes ago and wanted to review how it goes. Basically, what we need are a few tools here. What we have is a filter wrench that I picked up at the Suzuki dealer. You can also get those at Walmart. We have the old filter, which you can see here, which has some oil in it already. We have the 14 millimeter bolt with the washer already on it. 14 millimeter socket. The wrench, go with it. We have some trusty shop towels here. We have our oil basin that you can see is dripping right now. Dripping about 3 quarts of oil right out. We have our Suzuki genuine oil filter. You can see here, comes packaged. And my first oil change, I elected to go with the Suzuki 1040 full synthetic. So I got 3 quarts of that. And of course I got the oil filter that pretty much matches the motorcycle. A little OCD there. And a pair of gloves. It always helps to keep you a little bit clean here. Nice socket set. So let me just go over really quickly placement here. Also, one other thing, if you have the undercowling, you're going to need just the Allen wrenches to take off those 4 Allen bolts. So let's go back underneath the bike here for a second. And you can see that I've unscrewed the filter and it's dripping out as we speak. Also try to get underneath here, which is tough to see, but we have some drips from the bolt that goes right underneath here. So basically you want to get the motorcycle upright. Since I don't have the center stand, what I'm going to do is let it drain as much as possible, and then I'm going to hold the bike up in an upright position for a few minutes. Try to get as much as I can out. Now the forums have been pretty good to me. I'm not going to change out this the washer here. I'm just going to let that be. But everything else is going to be nice and new. So I'm going to let that drain a bit. Then I'm going to reverse the process. I'm going to put the bolt back on. And then what we do is we fill the oil filter about halfway with oil. We also lubricate the seal here. And I'm going to add just under 3 quarts of oil. Start it up, make sure we have no leaks and we have good oil pressure. Take it for a quick ride, make sure everything's good to go. And that's that. Whole process should take me about 15 minutes or so. And while you're on that, I'd also like to point out, you might want to lubricate your chain, as it's called for. Now, just a quick tip, you're going to want to lubricate your chain, maybe clean it if you want. I'm not actually going to clean it this time, it's really clean. But I use some PJ1 Blue Label chain lube. Okay, it's clear, won't make a big mess. But one point that I want to make about that is you might want to do the oil change, take the bike for a ride, get the chain warmed up a little bit, and then lube up the chain. Now when you lube the chain, just keep in mind, you want to actually lube the inside of the chain, not the top. You want the inside that gets all the teeth, okay, here, here, and up front. So lubricate the inside of the chain, and then let it sit. Maybe just walk the bike back and forth a little bit to kind of get that lube going. and move the bike as you lube it, but let it sit. You don't want it flying off. You don't want to ride it right away and let it fly all off. That's about it. That's pretty simple. I'm going to just make sure my bolts on my frame are nice and tight, since this is the first service, and I'm at about 650 miles, give or take. So I'm going to make sure everything's nice and taut on it. Get a torque wrench and make sure everything's torqued down, and it should be good to go. Do this, save yourself a few dollars, and have a little fun. Get to learn about your motorcycle as you do it. Well, thanks for joining me. Any questions, again, feel free to ask, and tune in. Look forward to doing some more videos. Thank you, and happy 4th of July.